Do the back end systems in your business make you uncomfortable? Are you maybe not using them to their fullest potential so that they can support you and your business? Well, if you don't trust the systems in your business, but you want to fix them so that you're actually making the most of them, keep watching because that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you don't know me, my name is Kayla Droog, and I love helping small business owners create more time and efficiency so they can focus on serving their clients and growing their businesses. So, why is it that you don't trust the systems in your business? Well, if this is how you're feeling, first of all, you're not alone. I've talked to many business owners who have some systems and processes set up in their business, but they're not using them properly. They don't feel comfortable with them. They don't feel like they can rely on these systems. And that's a problem because why have them if you're not using them? So here are some situations where this might happen to you. One of the most common things that I see are business owners who have systems that are messy or unclear. They need a bunch of cleanup in order for them to work properly. Maybe they have workflows with dozens of old to-do list items and reminders that they didn't actually follow through with. And now it's just so much of a mess in there that they get overwhelmed and they can't move forward. Or they have systems where they weren't 100% clear how to use them properly in the first place, and they tried to move forward anyway, and then that created a whole mess. Don't feel bad if that's you. I have seen that so much, and it usually just means that things aren't simple enough, or they're not working the way you and your individual brain need them to. Another thing that I commonly see are business owners who have systems that maybe worked well at one time, but now your business has changed or your main offers have changed and those systems just don't work the way you need them to anymore, but maybe you either haven't had time to get them to what they need to be or you don't know how to update them. So again, super common problem. No one's business just stays static all the time, right? My business has definitely evolved over the years, and I'm sure yours has as well. So if your systems have not stayed up to date, doing the things that you need them to do, especially like workflows and automations and things like that, I know I've got a bunch of outdated ones that I could probably just delete, and I don't. But I don't necessarily have the brand new ones to do all the new stuff I've developed since then. So if that's you, then it might be time for you to set aside some time to create new systems or revise the ones that you have or get some help with that. Another common reason why people are hesitant to use their systems is that they had a bad past experience. So maybe they got burned by having an automation that sent out things it wasn't supposed to and they found it really embarrassing. Or maybe they had someone set up something that really didn't work for them, but they tried to use it anyway and it was really difficult or overwhelming or just didn't work for them. And now they're hesitant to try other systems in the future. Or maybe you are someone who has a negative association with something in one of your systems and it's making it difficult for you to move forward. So, for example, maybe one of your processes involves looking at your financial statements and that gives you a giant ball of anxiety. And if so, I know where you're coming from. And you just can't bring yourself to do it with the frequency that you're supposed to. So that keeps you stuck from moving forward with that system because of that one step that freaks you out every time. So again, I understand where you're coming from, especially if you've had somebody set up something for you in the past that really didn't work for you. I get it. But if it's keeping you from being able to implement things that are going to save you time and make your business easier, or if it's holding you back from doing the things you should be doing regularly to keep your business going at all, this is a problem, right? So I recommend that you spend some time by yourself or maybe talking to someone else for some moral support to think through what it is that's holding you back and how you might address it so that you can move forward and continue to reap the benefits of systems that are going to support your business and make your life easier, but in ways that aren't scary. And then a final common reason that I see that people aren't using the systems that they have and they don't trust them is because they got into the habit of doing something else and they're finding it hard to change. So usually this means that someone had a good enough process in place. So probably something that's mostly manual, but they feel pretty fast at it because they got used to doing it. And now they have some sort of system or automation in place that's supposed to make that easier. But because they feel a little bit intimidated by that system or automation, they're going back to that thing they were doing before because it feels easier. And I get it. We all want to do the thing that feels easiest. But this might be holding you back from passing these tasks off to somebody else so that you don't have to do them at all. Or it might be holding you back from ways to do them more easily, more quickly, in a way that's better for your clients because they get responses to things right away. There are many reasons why implementing a system or automation for this task is going to end up being better for your business in the long run. So I understand that change is hard and it can be difficult, and we sometimes feel like we don't have the time to learn new things. But in general, if you have good systems that are doing the things that you want them to do, your business is going to be better off in the long run if you figure out how to use it and get used to it than if you keep doing things the manual MacGyver ad hoc the way you've been doing it all along. So if one or some or all of these things that I mentioned apply to you, do not panic. Here are some things that you can do to fix the situation and get some systems that actually work for you and your business so that you can move forward with systems that you can trust and rely on. So the first thing that I recommend that you do is simplify. A lot of people that I work with and talk to have too much going on in their business. They are trying to do too many things and they have tried to create too many systems to support that. So if you can narrow down on the number of automations that you need, if you can narrow down the software that you need to support your business, because a lot of people that I see have all of these different tools and platforms, and a lot of them have overlapping capabilities. You may not need all of them. Or you might have some tools and platforms that you are underutilizing to the point where it doesn't make sense for you to keep paying for it anymore. So if you can kind of pare down the number of tools that you're using, that's going to make your setup much easier to maintain and easier to update when you need to, and it's going to make things less overwhelming for you. The next thing that I encourage you to do is to do a cleanup and a bit of an audit of the systems that you already have. So clean out any old notifications and workflow tasks and things like that that don't apply anymore. And go through your templates and figure out what still applies to your business. So really try to narrow things down to what you're actually using now, what you actually need day to day, and focus on beefing up those systems and streamlining them. The next thing to do, and I know that some of you are not going to want to do this, but if you want to use a specific tool or platform and you want it to make your life easier, you are going to have to spend some time getting used to it and getting comfortable with it. You are going to have to practice with it. You are not going to find a platform that is going to be completely easy and intuitive to use right from moment one without any learning curve whatsoever. So spend some time getting comfortable with the tools that you want to use to support your business every day. And if you are not comfortable with them, I want you to get used to that discomfort. It's not going to last forever. You are going to learn how to use these tools and these systems properly, but maybe just not immediately. And that's okay. Even for me, when I learn a new platform, because I'm used to working with these different types of platforms and I'm used to picking up new ones all the time, I'm able to learn them fairly quickly. There is still a learning curve for me. So I don't know of anyone who can just pick up any random piece of software ever and be amazing at it immediately. That's just not realistic. So you are going to have a learning curve. It is going to take you a little bit of time to get comfortable with a new tool. And that doesn't mean it is the wrong one for you. That doesn't mean the system is bad. It just means that you're not used to it yet. And then the final step that I recommend, if you have tried practicing on your own and you have tried to do cleanup and streamlining and simplifying on your own, and it's just not getting you where you want to be, that is the point where I would get help. Reach out to someone who knows more about systems or these specific platforms than you. Make sure that what you have actually is what you need. It might just be that there are adjustments that you need to make somewhere to make these things work better for you or more easily. Or it might just be that you need some training from someone who knows a bit more than you. So don't be afraid to ask for some help or some guidance to get you through that transition period until you feel more comfortable with your systems and you are actually utilizing them the way that they are meant to be to make your life and your business easier. If you have questions about the systems in your business or you're looking for support, please reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know someone who would benefit from this video, please share it with them. I will see you soon.